Alright, welcome back guys for week 4, day 1, part 2. Let's pick up right where we left off. Number 4. About how many liters of water does the fish tank hold? So we said earlier that the little bit that was in the water was 1/8 and it was 8 equal parts. So that means it would hold, if there's 8 equal parts, it would hold 8 liters. Say 8 liters. Alright, and now number 5. Now look at the picture of the currents inside the fish tank and picture it. Is your estimate close to the estimate this picture shows? So we had already looked and counted and we knew that it was 8 equal parts and 8 liters, so we're going to say yes. No explanation needed. They're just asking if it was close. And number 6, explain how to estimate the number of liters of water it would take to fill a container. Okay, so if I wanted to explain this to somebody, we can simply tell them what we did. So first, I would estimate how much, we'll say space, 1 liter would take up. Okay, that's what we did first. Then I would, let me move this out the way, estimate how many more liters would be needed to fill up the tank using the same amount. Because of course, you can't have this and then have a really big piece, or else they're not equal parts. Alright, number 7. We're on a roll, guys. So, use the picture of the liter carton and what you just learned to help you estimate the liquid volume of each container. So, if I want to estimate how much was this is 1 liter, so how much would take up this whole red thing, if I was able to, I would take this and lay it flat and kind of put it in there. So if I'm looking, I would estimate probably about, here would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to say 4 liters. And then 8, if we look, we just have this one little bucket. So I'm pretty sure that this would only be 1 liter. There's definitely not enough space to add a whole nother one in there. So we're going to say 1 liter. Let's move on. It says read the problem below, then explore different ways to solve a word problem. So now we're going to go into word problems. This is kind of the beginning of it. Tomorrow for day 2, we're going to fully get into word problems. Maria has a cooler full of 8 liters of lemonade. That's what we see here. She wants to put the lemonade into pitchers to place on the tables at her party. Each pitcher holds 2 liters. How many pitchers will Maria need? So below, the model below shows the lemonade in the cooler. So this is all her lemonade, all 8 liters. Each mark on the left side of the cooler shows 1 liter. Each full line marks off 2 liter sections. So these short lines here, this is 1 liter. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. But if you come over here, these long lines is counting by 2. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so either way you count it, either by 1s or 2s, you're still going to get 8 liters. You can model the problem in another way. Each pitcher holds 2 liters. The pitchers need to hold 8 liters of lemonade in all. So here's 2, 2, 2, 2. If we count by 2s, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are those pitchers that she wants to put out on the table for her party. So number 9 says, how does the picture of the cooler and picture it show you how many liters of lemonade are in the cooler? So it's simply, it's marked off by 1 liters, and you can count up to 8. And that's simply what I would write. So the cooler is marked off by 1 liter, and you can count each mark until you reach the top line, which is 8 liters. Again, if you need to, pause the video to give yourself time to write. Don't rush through this. And now we have, actually, this was part A. Oops, sorry guys. So now we have actually another part to answer. This is still number 9. How can you use the picture of the cooler and picture to figure out how many pitchers are needed to hold the lemonade? So they're saying, how can you use this to help you? So if you saw, we can use the 2-liter marks to figure out how many pitchers we would need. So if we counted, we need, here's 2, or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would tell us we need 4 pitchers. So you say, I can use the 2-liter marks and count, to count how many pitchers are needed. Okay, number 10. We are almost done, guys. We're doing great. All right, number 10. What do you need to do to find the number of pitchers Maria needs? So if we go back to the top, so if I wanted to figure out how many pitchers she would need, I could simply, I know there's 8 liters in here, and like it says, each pitcher holds 2 liters. So I could divide the amount of liters the cooler holds by how many liters the pitcher holds. So I'm going to simply type that I can divide the amount of liters the cooler holds by the amount of liters the pitcher holds. (11) Write a division equation using P for the unknown in the problem. Then write a related multiplication equation, then solve the equations. Okay, so this is a lot. There's a couple steps. We're going to take it step by step. So first it says, write a division equation using P for the unknown in the problem. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this to help us. She said I can divide the amount of liters the cooler holds. So we know the cooler holds 8. Now I don't have the division symbol on mine, so I'm going to use the slash. That doesn't mean divide though, okay? But you can use the division symbol if you're writing this out. If you're not writing this and you are typing it on maybe Nearpod, you can use the slash as well. So 8 divided by, and we said the amount of liters the pitcher holds, and we know a pitcher holds 2 liters. So divided by 2 equals, and our unknown is P. I'm going to put P. All right, let's go back. So we did our division equation. Then it says, then write a related multiplication equation. So if I wanted to write one that would be related to this, if you remember, division is just simply the opposite of multiplication, okay? So I can do however many pitchers I would need, which would be P, times, and that's just the X, those 2 liters would equal 8. So again, my number of pitchers times 2 liters in each pitcher would equal out to 8. All right. And then the last part says, then solve the equations. So I know that 8 divided by 2 would equal 4. Good job. And then now I know that P equals 4, so now I can plug that 4 in for this equation and say 4 times 2 equals, and if you solve it, you should get 8. Excellent job, guys. Number 12. A complete answer has a label with the numbers showing what is being counted. Write the answer to the problem including a label. So what they mean by is if we got 4 for our answer, for what? For chickens? For dogs? For what? What is that 4 for? So we know that we are talking about liters. So how many pictures would she need? So yeah, how many pictures would she need would be 4 pictures. Oops. Now that lets whoever's reading the problem or reading your answer, they know what you're referring to. You're referring to how many pictures she needed to be put on the table. And that also lets us know that you're understanding what the question was asking. And if we go back to the top, it says how many pictures will Maria need. Not how many liters, not how many cups, not how many dogs, but how many pictures. So she needs 4 pictures. Alright, and then it says explain why it's important to label your answer. And that's what I just said. It's important because it lets us know that we understand what the problem is asking. It also tells us what the number represents. Okay? So labels are important because they tell us what the number represents, period. Alrighty, guys, we are doing good. We got 2 more questions and then we're done, because remember, we are stopping at 235. Do not go past 235. Alright, so now we're going to solve these 2 problems. It says Jenny's sink was full of 10 liters of water. She drained 4 liters out of it. How much water was left in the sink? So let's think about this. She had 10 liters and she drained it. She had 10 liters in her sink and she drained it. If you think about your kitchen sink, when you drain it, what happens? You're getting rid of some of the water. So what operation, I want you to think, what operation would this be if we started with some water and then we removed some or we got rid of it? Subtraction, good job. So first I'm going to set up my problem. So we started with 10 and I drained, which means I subtracted 4, which equals 6, good job. 6 what? Remember, we always want to use our labels. And if we look, it says how much water was left in the sink. So they want to know how many liters. So 6 liters. So when you write your answer, make sure you put 6 liters, not just 6. Next one. Ethan has 7 jugs of water. Each jug contains 3 liters. How much water does Ethan have altogether? So this one, I actually want us to draw it out. So here's jug 1, 2, 3. Oops. Alright, so here's his 7 jugs of water, and it says each jug contains 3 liters. So I just simply put in here 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You can also draw this on a separate sheet of paper if you want to help you. So if I look, I would be counting 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 7 times. And if you remember, repeated addition is just another form of multiplication. So I have my 7 jugs times, how many is in each jug? 3 liters, good. Which is going to be what? So if we count together by our 7s, 7, 14, 21, and we stop there. So he has 21 liters. Good job, guys. We are done for today. You do not need to do any more. So remember to do your exit ticket found in the description and iReady for 15 minutes today.